Hey guys, welcome back. We're here again, and we're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Three Dudes of Horror. I'm Ruben.
I'm Toots. I thought you were gonna go first.
Yeah, we didn't plan out the order that we we introduce ourselves.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And Damien.
Yeah. So
this week we're gonna talk about some trailers of some upcoming horror movies. So there's 7 that we're gonna be focusing on.
Is 7 one of them? Oh, you get it?
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
That was awful.
What's in the box to it? Come on.
Yeah, what's in the box?
Alright, sorry. Carry on, sir.
Well, I was gonna say that we're gonna talk about 7 of the horror movies that are gonna come out next year. In no particular order whatsoever. We're not gonna focus on when they're actually gonna be coming out. We just know it's gonna be coming out next year, or they're gonna be coming out next year.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. So the first one we're gonna talk about.
But we never finished.
Huh?
But we never finished.
What?
Like right before we started rolling, I threw out a movie quote that I was sure that Toots was gonna get, and he didn't get it.
I'm trying to remember it,
but he's old now, so
yeah,
older.
And I know somebody.
My memory isn't it.
I know somebody out there will get it immediately. The quote was "hit puree," and you were in the right decade. You said Fright Night Part 2.
Yeah,
Fright Night.
It's not the original Fright Night.
Yeah, it is.
You want me to just say it so we can move on?
Yeah.
It's
No, let him guess. Let him squirm a little bit.
No, just say it.
It's Mrs. Fratelli in the Goonies when they're gonna put Chunk's hand in the blender.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that movie. Yeah.
And I threw the hint out there. I go, Chunk responds when they're already forcing his hand down into the blades, and he responds, "No, I want to play the violin." I was like,
I think I'm starting to remember that. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. But
you're starting to remember?
Yeah, it's starting to come to me now.
So it's like when you turn on a lawnmower, you're starting it like. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, my memory's my memory's a faulty engine now.
It's a crank.
But just backstory, I play this unofficial game on my Facebook where I just post a movie quote and see whoever guesses the correct movie. And Toots is one of the best players.
Yeah.
So, and this was
because he's the only player, by the way.
No, there's some other players also. There's some other players.
And this was a huge 80s movie, so I figured Toots would know that quote immediately.
Yeah,
I know.
But it's been a while since I've seen it.
That's why Damien never asked me, because I don't know shit about the 80s.
So anyway.
I was born in the 80s, so.
Yeah,
let me tell you a personal story now.
I did get the previous ones. Ghostbusters 2 and Jingle All the Way, which I'm not a big fan of, but I still...
Movie, dude. They should remake that movie, but a horror version.
You know what the biggest crime is? I managed to get Jingle All the Way, and yet I couldn't get the Goonies. It just, for some reason, that's a crime.
You hate it.
I don't own that movie.
Oh.
I'm not a big fan of that movie. I know you love that movie.
I love that movie. Sinbad's awesome.
I own it.
Yeah, you own it.
Yeah, I have the VHS.
Sinbad is the best part of that movie, and he makes the movie. Like, I love Arnie, but Sinbad steals Jingle All the Way.
I like Phil Hartman in that movie. Yeah.
Oh, because that's how you are.
Yeah.
But
was that part where he's like, "Oh,
I'm gonna eat your wife's cookies," or something?
Yeah. And he's like, "No,
put that cookie down.
Yeah.
No. Who told you can eat my cookies?"
Yeah, and apparently we have ADHD now, so.
Yeah. We've gone way off topic.
Yeah, way off topic.
Alright, so we'll return to our original subject. Some of these movies we've seen trailers. Some we haven't because they haven't even released trailers, but we've just done some light research. So, what are we going to talk about first?
No, let's just.
I would say The Quiet Place.
Yeah,
that's it.
A Quiet Place. We all just watched the trailer right now to that movie. I had seen it earlier.
Me too.
And it has. I'm gonna try to say it. It's actually directed by John Krasinski.
Yeah, you got it right.
He directed it?
Yeah. We didn't even know that till right now.
I didn't know.
We saw the.
Jim from The Office.
I I know who he is.
Yeah. Okay. Just clarifying.
He's the one that also created that show. What's it called? Where you sing. Debbie, what's it called?
What?
That show you lip sync. There you go. He's a
Lip sync battle.
Lip sync.
Sorry, I know that.
yeah.
No, and then and it's him and his real life wife, who I think is a really good actress, Emily Blunt.
Oh.
And they're coming out for the first time in a movie together, and they're playing husband and wife. And we had just seen the trailer right now, and it looks like it's kind of like I want to say it looks like a post-apocalyptic type of movie, just kind of like it comes at night where a family's trying to survive.
Yeah, that's true.
I think. Yeah. To me, it seems like.
I mean, they don't. It's a real teaser trailer. Like, they don't really reveal much. Like, they just show the family signing to each other at the dinner table because it's that bad that they're trying to keep quiet.
Yeah, and then I don't understand what they're saying. So, like, are they gonna have subtitles or like?
I'm assuming.
Can we just? Because I can go off the nonverbals, but that's it. I can't like what is this?
Because the first time I saw the trailer, I thought that like either the entire family was deaf, or like maybe the kids were deaf, or the parents were deaf, and I didn't realize until because you pointed it out, one boy, like
what did I point out?
they're pouring like salt or sand or something on the trail outside so they can walk, and I was like, well, what is that? Why is that? And you were saying like, well, it doesn't really make a lot of noise when you walk over that.
No, it doesn't.
I think what it is. I think what it is, I don't know about it being post-apocalyptic or anything like that. I mean, it could be. It just seems like it's a family that lives in the woods.
Yeah.
But there's either a monster or some supernatural entity or something that if you make noise, like it's gonna start attacking.
And you know what I thought? The first thing I thought when I saw that trailer, I thought it was like, hey, it might be the Predator, Any little noise you make, like he's there and he's gonna fuck you up.
No, but he has that infrared, or he has the heat seeking.
No, but just it'll be a different twist on it.
Well, the reason
he's
I
able
thought
to see body heat, so
the reason I thought it might have been
it's a twist. What a twist,
The reason I thought it might have been post-apocalyptic is probably because we just watched It Comes at Night not that long ago.
Yeah, it kind of
And
reminds me of that.
the thing is, it seems like there's a parallel to that movie where they're aware that there's some entity or something outside their house, and they've already established like all these ground rules that they follow, like signing and putting the sand on the trail outside so they can walk, like, so they have all these rules where they won't make any noise.
And
So that's the reason why I thought there's already been some time that has passed where they're aware that there's something dark out there that they have to protect themselves from by being quiet.
What would be interesting if it's like one of their older siblings or maybe a grandparents like just fucked up. It's like, I can smell these people and I can hear them,
Oh, it's like
the Pet Cemetery.
They
come back.
It's like the first child that they gave up, and they just eat fish heads outside.
What the fuck? What's wrong with you?
They have to live somehow.
Fish heads. Oh my god, it's horrible. But that's funny though.
It looks really interesting though. It looks interesting. I want to see it.
It looks like it'll be okay.
Yeah, because it seems like based on the trailer, it seems like the family's been doing this for a long time. Like they already.
That's what I mean. Like they've already established these rules that they follow to keep safe, which is, like I said,
And I want to know where they learned the sign language. Did you just invent a new type of sign language, or?
No, I mean, we have YouTube nowadays, so you can learn how to.
Yeah, but did they have YouTube?
Or they have. Well.
What is YouTube? To them, I don't know. I'm way out there.
But the thing is, I saw. I hadn't seen a lot from John Krasinski, but I did see the 13 Hours, the
Benghazi,
the true story, the true story. I don't know, it was like the subtitle was The True Heroes of Benghazi or something, and well, that's like a completely dramatic movie, like action drama, like no comedy, and he did really well in that movie. So I like I have confidence that he can pull this like horror drama thriller or whatever.
I think
like,
so too.
Yeah.
Like he can pull that off.
He has
So-
the trailer. I mean, I saw him like. Of course, the first thing I thought, you probably understand too, it's when I saw the trailer, like, oh, hey, The Office, like,
Yeah.
But then I was like, no, he looks like he can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that 13 Hours, he was really good in that movie. So, and then Emily Blunt's like the shit. Like that chick can act her ass off. So, like, well, I think
she can just put her ass on the, you know.
Personally, I think she's a better actress than he is actor. So that's all. But he's really good. So them two together and like so.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see it. And plus, they're real life husband and wife, and they're playing husband and wife in this movie.
That's horrible,
it looks
though.
like they're playing husband and wife. So
That's gonna ruin the relationship. It is.
Yeah, they're gonna divorce after
And I
this
have
movie.
proof now, so when we go back, like, I told you so. It's right here in this podcast.
You sound like you want to put money on.
Let's
we're
do it.
placing bets right now
Yeah.
on the table. So I think it comes out August
August
2018.
I think so.
I want to see it. It looks good.
Yeah.
So what's the next one? Just pick from the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's just go with Meg.
Meg.
I was,
Shut up,
I was
Meg.
I was thinking Family Guy.
Poor May.
Yeah, I said Meg or
Like
a little
Meg
while
had-
before
yeah,
we
Meg
were
has
rolling.
her own movie now.
Yeah, and everybody got confused. Like,
That would be
oh.
awesome, dude. She's taking like revenge on the world because everybody's treated her like crap.
Yeah, she's taking
We
so
should-
much shit.
We should tell
Everybody got
Charlamagne to do
confused.
that one.
Everybody got confused and thought it was Meg from Family Guy. Like getting a spin-off movie or something. Like I don't know how they would turn that into a horror movie, but
Oh,
Just
trust me.
Her with a pack of hot dogs and somebody.
Sounds you're really sick today.
Doesn't that come out in one of the episodes? of
Yeah,
Family
but we're
Guy?
not gonna.
Okay, fine.
yeah.
It's like Peter.
But Meg is short for Megalodon.
Yeah.
And I've never read any of the books. I didn't know anything about the books until I saw the trailer for the movie. But I mean, for the most part, this is gonna be like an action, horror, thriller, sci-fi, all blended into one, starring
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham
And Jet Li, no?
and
No, I don't.
no,
No.
and starring Jet Li as
Jet
the
Li.
70-foot megalodon. No,
Who?
and it's about a prehistoric.
Jesus.
It's about a prehistoric 70-foot great white shark.
Played by
Played by, I'm assuming completely
Jackie Chan.
CGI.
Jackie Chan.
I don't remember who the other person was.
I gotta. Don't eat me. Don't
Alright,
eat me.
alright, hold on.
Sorry.
I wish Samuel L. Jackson came on it.
Give us a second. to
He's been
compose
through enough, you know? Give him a break.
Oh
He was in
yeah.
prison in one movie.
Samuel L. Jackson's not in this movie.
No.
It's the first one in
Hold-
about 25
Hold for
years.
editing. Hold for editing.
Yeah.
No.
Hold on. Let us.
No, this is raw, guys.
We need to
That's
get our
wrong.
composure and just hold on. Like,
I have composure. No, but when I heard Meg, yes, I thought about Family Guy, but I was like, why didn't they just call it Megalodon, you know? But I guess people are probably going to have difficulty saying that name. Or they're like, oh, Megalodon. Because
Well,
when they say
no,
Meg,
it's
to me
'cause
it's like a female
I
character.
think the books are called Meg, and
Meg?
supposedly it's like this series of like sci-fi fantasy books. Like, but it's like Jason Statham plays like I don't know what he's like, a marine biologist or
And
like
a diver, expert diver.
yeah,
Yeah,
expert diver, like
Yeah,
Marine
because of course
researcher.
he is, because he's Jason Statham.
But how does he keep his physique, you know? Every movie I've seen him, his physique, yeah, is there.
just funny.
So I mean,
just
I'm not a
reading.
big shark fan like you are, Damien, but I mean, it looks interesting.
Well, it's gonna be like there's like a deep sea research center that underwater that gets attacked by this megalodon thing, this 70-foot great white shark, and from what I understand, what I've researched, because there is no official trailer for this movie yet, Jason Statham's the lone survivor, so he's got this wild story about a 70-foot great white shark, and of course no one believes him. It's that whole cliche. and then like some researchers in an underwater research tank or something get attacked by it, and he has to go back in the water, which he's now terrified of, and try to rescue them. So now you have a sci-fi horror, action, thriller, all those genres rolled into one, starring Jason Statham.
Yeah.
And a 70-foot killer shark.
Yeah, so deep blue sea, but with a 70-foot, presumably extinct great white shark.
And I wonder if it's the same one that came out in Jurassic World. Remember when he ate the at the end?
You mean the lady that fell into the like halfway into the movie?
I don't know.
The assistant or whatever, and she gets
eaten. It ate the dinosaur. Remember the T-Rex, the mean one.
I don't think so. I don't.
It's probably a dream.
Well, I mean, because
it's been a while since I've seen the movie.
This is a great white shark, and supposedly they haven't evolved since like what, millions of years or something, and this is just a bigger one. So it's essentially just gonna look just like Jaws, but like 70-foot killer Jaws, and I'm fucking terrified of sharks. So.
But yeah, you still like going deep down and into the ocean.
Finish the sentence.
What was the one, the last one that 47 meters down? This movie was like cheesy by all, like most of the critics thought this movie was like cheesy, the one with Mandy Moore and Matthew Modine, and it wasn't even originally supposed to get a theatrical release, but they ended up giving it one, and I went to see it with my wife, and I was like, I don't understand what's cheesy about this movie. My palms were sweating the entire movie, and I was fucking terrified. Like, I'm terrified of sharks. My wife still makes me watch all the Jaws movies all the time. And like any shark movie is gonna scare me. So this one, I'm like, I might have to wait to watch it at home, like on Blu-ray or something. If I watch Meg, like IMAX, I might go into cardiac arrest.
Or get diarrhea. So. Nobody wants to have diarrhea in public, right, Toots?
Nope.
But yeah, I guess technically this is somewhat an upcoming horror movie, so we were going to talk about it.
Yeah. Alright, so moving on to the next one, it's Winchester. So it's based on the infamous Winchester House, which is in California. I'm trying to remember if it was in San Diego.
San Diego.
I think it means whale's vagina. Yeah.
I did not say that. Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
You were probably thinking that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Toots.
So, anyway.
I have nothing to contribute to that.
So
is
that house in Chicago, right? The haunted one?
Yeah. No, it's not in Chicago. It's in California.
Or Chicago, or what's it called? No, I mean Chicago. Sorry, I was watching Ace Ventura, guys. Don't mind me.
Well, I mean, what interests me about this one is it's based on it's actually a true story.
Yeah, it's based on a real house. The backstory is that Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the Winchester fortune from the firearms, went to, I believe, a medium one time, and the medium told her that the spirits of those that were killed by, your
guns,
essentially your weapons or your namesake weapons, want to exact revenge. So she decides to move to California and build a mansion and continue building on that mansion construction. And from what I remember, it finally stopped. Like when she died, they finally stopped constructing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are hallways that lead to nowhere, certain staircases that lead to nowhere. I think there's at least a door that leads to the outside.
And you can fall.
Yeah, and you can fall.
And pretty much die.
Yeah, so it's just weird hallways, weird architecture. But it is a real house, and it is a tourist attraction. So if you are in California, which we're not, and I do want to visit the house one day.
Are you sure about that? I thought you were scared of that.
But
I'm not scared of the house.
You know what I wanted to say?
Supposedly it's haunted also.
Well, what we had brought it up was that this reminded me a lot of, and there's a lot of parallels to the H.H. Holmes story, like, which supposedly they're gonna make, like it's in the works that they're gonna make a movie about him, about H.H. Holmes, and they're trying to get Leonardo DiCaprio to play him.
I can see that.
Which I think would be awesome. Like we all know from Django that he can play a hell of a villain.
Yeah.
So because he also had like the Death House. I don't think
but in this one, Holmes was more of a.
He was a serial killer.
He's a serial killer, yeah. But I think like his other persona was like all part of the community kind of thing, like respected, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
It's been a while since I've read up on H.H. Holmes.
Well, but with the
Triple H.
With the Winchester heir,
brothers.
Her intention with the house was to make it like confusing for the spirits, right?
Yeah.
Like with as far as H.H. Holmes, he specifically made that hotel building or whatever that he owned in Chicago. Like he made it like death traps for people.
For fun.
Confusing death traps, like with the intent to kill. Like he was a serial killer. She was just paranoid.
He was the original.
Yeah, I think. If I remember correctly, I think with Winchester was more that the spirits wanted her to build the house or continue building on it.
Yeah.
I don't know about trying to confuse them, but just to say like, no, you need to continue. Building on.
But it would make sense to try to confuse him because if I was her, like I'd be like scared, like hardcore. So I would try to get rid of him somehow. So
because she did have several bedrooms and she would sleep in a different one each night.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And I don't think she would tell anybody. She would just go to a random bedroom and just sleep there.
I wonder if she's there now. You know.
And they said that actress from those Red movies was gonna play her.
Oh, Helen Mirren.
Which one?
Yeah, Helen Mirren.
The one from Red?
Yeah.
Say it to the camera.
Or the Queen.
The older lady?
Yeah, Helen Mirren is Sarah Winchester.
The sniper.
She's playing Sarah Winchester.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one from Red 2, The Queen. Trying to think of other movies.
So the point is they got a badass actress to play her. So.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that movie.
Yeah, that one I actually do want to see.
And these are the type of movies that kind of like get more personal for me because I mean it's a true story and like it's a house that actually exists
and I want to say that there was a Unsolved Mysteries episode where they focused on that Winchester mansion.
We should look it up.
I'm trying to remember if there was an episode.
I know I've seen at least one like ghost show or something, and I want to say it was like the old Robert Stack Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah, Robert Stack's voice always made me shit myself.
Yeah, it wasn't a haunting. I don't think it was.
I think it was.
Well, so
I don't think it was an episode of that.
With the Winchester movie, you will definitely get a review from us.
Yeah.
When that movie comes out.
Yeah, so hopefully right when it comes out.
Another 2018 release.
Whoever's watching.
Yeah. Whoever we haven't lost already. The new Halloween movie. With I believe Danny McBride is writing it, right? Or
no,
is producing it.
It's Danny DeVito, no? I'm just playing, guys. I'm trying to have fun. No, yeah, I heard Danny McBride, but I can't take him seriously, you know, because of the characters he plays.
Well, he did do the Alien Covenant, right?
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he did Alien Covenant. Yeah, the latest one that came out.
Seems
he produced that?
No. He came out in it, but he did a good job playing a dramatic role.
But this one, he's producing it or directing it. I mean,
he's directing it, or is he?
He's directing it.
IMDb.
Yeah.
IMDb. Well, I mean, but it seems like when Danny McBride gets involved in these projects, he takes it serious. Like it's not like a joke. So I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna hurt the movie at all that he's involved.
Yeah.
But this is the one that I don't know much about it. Like I know Jamie Lee Curtis is slated to reprise her role, right? Like
yeah.
And it's not gonna be, and it doesn't seem like it's gonna be like a reboot. It's gonna be a sequel to the original two Halloween movies.
Yeah. So So this would be the original.
3.
This would have been Halloween 3 if they kept focusing on Michael Myers as opposed to the original Halloween 3 that exists today, which I still like. I still get a kick out of it.
Yeah, because you're sick.
Yeah, it's not in canon with the Michael Myers.
Well, but it's gonna have to be a sequel to the entire
franchise.
Original franchise, right? Because Jamie Lee Curtis is old now. Like it can't.
She's not that old.
No, but I'm saying like it can't take place before Halloween 4. Like
yeah, because
she's old. Like it's just gonna be another.
It wouldn't make sense. Yeah, that's right.
It's just gonna be another sequel to the original Halloween franchise, which I think is cool. Like I'm down with that. Like,
yeah, because they can make it play after part 2, but that would mean they would have to discount all the other sequels.
Yeah, that's too much work.
And supposedly John Carpenter was supposed to be involved in this project, but I don't know if anything is like carved in stone about that. But
yeah,
man, it would be awesome if he directed this.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would kick ass. Because I don't know how long we're gonna have John Carpenter with us anymore. Like,
yeah, he's already up in years, and
he's old.
But he's such a good director.
Mm-hmm.
So good at building suspense.
Yeah, we already lost Romero.
Yeah.
And Wes Craven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So anything else you want to add to Halloween?
Just I don't think they should do it, but that's just my opinion.
Well, I'm just waiting for new updates and information about it because, like I said, we don't know that much about it yet. But I think for sure Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be in the movie, and I'm really hoping that John Carpenter directs it.
It'd be funny if she gets killed off right away.
Well, because originally he was supposed to direct H2O, and then he eventually he wasn't satisfied with the script or something about it, so he pulled out of that.
Yeah, H2O was.
Or it'll be
but
interesting.
it would have been better if he would have been at the helm. Mm-hmm. Like if John Carpenter would have directed.
If Jamie Lee Curtis becomes Michael Myers, that would be awesome. And then she goes run amok and.
Oh, like in Halloween 2, like the remake where Laurie Strode goes insane.
Yeah, she becomes everything.
Nah.
Hey, I would watch that.
Well, you know what? The next one that we're gonna talk about, I think, is the one that's the most interesting. That we don't know a lot about.
Yeah, because
the New Mutants.
Yeah.
Oh,
and before somebody says.
That's not horror.
All right, so that's not horror. That's Marvel. That's X-Men. If you've seen the trailer or teaser, whatever it is, like it looks like a horror movie. It does have certain aspects, that would kind of make it into a horror movie, and it seems like young X-Men in a haunted house, or some sort of terror mansion. Or hospital, actually. It's more of a hospital.
Yeah, it stars the badass sniper chick from Predators.
Alice Braga?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like the nurse that's caring for these young... And it also has Anya Taylor-Joy from The Witch and from Split, who I think is a really good actress. So, and then it has... I'm not familiar with Game of Thrones, but it has one of the actresses from Game of Thrones, and it has the guy that plays Charlie in Stranger Things.
Yeah, drug addict.
So it's got like a good lineup, and that's the thing. Like it has the Marvel logo at the beginning of the movie. With the red and the comic book pages flipping, like the Marvel logo that we all know. Like This is a Marvel movie, but I don't know. Like there's no Easter eggs in the trailer that hint that this is connected to the X-Men universe. So. If there's a comic book...
I think they are.
Well, if there's a comic book geek out there that's watching this that knows about a comic strip called The New Mutants,
she's asleep.
Let us know. Because I don't know. I'm not a big comic book guy. So, I had never heard of anything called The New Mutants until I saw this trailer.
Yeah, they've been around before. But I've never noticed that the trailer's a horror.
Yeah, the trailer looks like a straight up horror movie. Like,
And at first, when you were already watching it, when I came out of the restroom, it was I was like, "Is this a new horror movie?" Yeah, I'm very. It's raw, guys. I told you. So I like my steaks. Yeah.
but there's no, like, this could very well be something that's connected to the X-Men universe, and like every comic book geek is aware of that, but I don't know. So if anyone out there knows, let us know. So
Yeah, because when you mentioned the New Mutants, I kept thinking like something like Jubilee and, you know, like the teens, which they look like teens in this movie. You know, so I guess I wouldn't be surprised if the whole movie is just these few X-Men or future X-Men that.
but is it even in
That
the
are gonna
X-Men
take
universe?
I don't know. I think
Like
I
they
don't
don't
know, 'cause
hint at that at all in the trailer.
The
Like,
what?
They don't hint at that in the trailer at all. It's part of the X-Men universe.
well,
No, they don't.
yeah. Well,
And
who
like I
knows?
said, this is like the first teaser trailer.
I think
Yeah.
for me, what it seems like it's for the new era of
Yeah, that's
for
what I
the
was
new
thinking.
you know, the new generation.
Because what this
Yeah.
seemed like to me, what it seemed like to me was like, this was X-Men First Class, but a horror movie version of that. Like,
Yeah, like these seem like mutants. We don't know who they are. At least at this point, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, they don't explain anything.
Yeah, because they really don't show their power. There's one that I
fire,
kind of
right?
suspect. Yeah, Pyro, maybe.
the scene there's a scene where they go to the dryer. The Charlie guy's approaching the dryer, and you just see the hand all of a sudden.
There's a bunch of flames.
He's
on it.
investigating like a little mysterious noise, and you just see that flame hand hit the inside of the dryer window.
Yeah, so I mean, that's my impression of it right now. I'm sure they're gonna release a second trailer that may explain a little bit more. But it seems like these are just mutants. We don't know which ones they are, and they're just being experimented on. And I wouldn't be surprised if Alice Braga's character is like a sadistic character. You know,
They kind of present it like that, like she might be up to something, like experimenting on them, trying to like duplicate their powers. You know how all the mutant movies are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my take on it, at least for right now.
But the only thing with me is I really want to find out if it's part of the X-Men universe. Like, but moving on, this one, I don't know, the Strangers Part 2, it kind of seems like, I know you would said like, it just kind of seems like they're gonna start milking the franchise. It looks like the same movie, just in a different location.
Yeah, I think in this one, I think in the new one, it's gonna be like it's a trailer park, right?
Yeah.
During a power failure. So, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the same three assailants. Yeah, the same.
Or
Yeah,
the assailants.
yeah. I don't know. To me,
I think they should just left it at one and that's it.
Well, I really liked the first Strangers. I think that's a good horror movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind the
think
first
it's
one.
really scary, and I hope that it's not tarnished. Like, because this seems like essentially the same formula, just in a different location.
And I don't think it's gonna make as much money because back when the Strangers came out, I think that's like it was good for when it came out.
Yeah,
But now
yeah,
they're trying to kind of rehash it. I'm like, dude, no.
yeah.
well, no. In all fairness, we don't really know exactly what their plan is for this
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
This is another one. Like, we didn't even really see a trailer.
No, it wasn't really
No.
a trailer. It was more just like an explanation of what it is about to a certain extent, or at least where it takes place, but not exactly who else is involved and what else what else is gonna happen. I would imagine it's gonna like what you said, maybe like a rehash or of similar events from the original.
I don't want to think that way, but
just in a different area.
Well, we were watching that little brief explanation on Loop, I think, and I thought I heard them say that the same director and the same writer are coming back, and if they come back, then I'll have some optimism about this movie.
Yeah, because like I said, we don't have a lot to go on with this one.
Yeah.
It may seem that they might try something different.
And you know what?
Maybe they'll try torturing a lot more in this.
No, I was thinking maybe because she survived, right?
Well, it appears that she survived, but we don't.
Let's say she becomes one of the killers because she got so traumatized. That'd be interesting. I don't know.
They've done stuff like that in horror movies before. Like
Saw.
You know, because she was
Shaun
traumatized
Smith.
and
Yeah.
she was like, she just started doing it herself too. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we don't have much to go on right now.
No, I'm sure there'll be other trailers.
Yeah. So like I said, it could just be a rehash of the original, just same shit, different day, or different location,
Or it can actually be
or it
really
could be
good.
or it could be something completely different
Don't get me
involving
wrong.
the strangers.
But it's hard to kind of.
We still want to check it out.
I think it would be really hard to kind of make part one. I mean, when making part two, I don't know. It'll be very difficult to make it better than part one. You know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still gonna check it out. We're still gonna.
That's what
review
I was gonna say. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna go see it.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Thus far, I am interested in all the ones we've talked about.
And well, I hadn't thought of that, but now that you said that, Wormboy, now that you said that, I was like, I am sort of like intrigued about the idea of Liv Tyler coming back, but like all psychopathic now.
Yeah,
Like-
that would be interesting.
It would kind of be like how Linda Hamilton in Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was all sweet and innocent in the first one, and then she comes back all psycho marine,
Jaded.
like psycho marine in the
Yeah.
second one. Like,
Yeah. So the last one we're gonna talk about is The Purge 4. And to be perfectly honest, I've only seen parts of the original, but I have not seen part 2 or part 3. Election. What's it? Election year.
I haven't seen any of them.
well, the Purge franchise gets a lot of mixed criticism,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's mainly because like the concept is great for a horror movie franchise
Mhm.
because there's absolutely no supernatural elements. And it's kind of that scary thing, like we've talked about it before, like when we talk about other
Yeah.
movies, like
Mhm.
like we can quote the Dean Winchester thing, like, humans, people are scary, like demons, monsters, ghosts, like
Or
that's
predict-
fine.
It can
Like,
be predictable to some
because
extent.
if anybody that hasn't seen or doesn't know the concept of the Purge, it's like it's this concept where one night a year for 12 hours, all crime is legal and you can get away with anything. So basically, you really, really, really get to see people's true colors on that night. Like, so, but the thing is, James DeMonaco wrote and directed all three of them. And a lot of people have criticized his directing, that he takes it too much like into this, like, he tries to be too political about it. And it's not like subtle political statements, like he's like hitting you right on the nose with it.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are like, dude, just like,
make a movie.
yeah, just make a horror movie
Don't make it
where,
political.
helpless people are running from psychopaths, Or even more terrifying, like you can even go back to like Julius Caesar, like all of his friends turning on him.
Yeah.
And it's that terrifying concept,
Except
that,
they didn't wear masks.
No, but
they
you
just
know
straight
what?
out did it.
But
That's
you know
even
what I'm-
worse because they were like just there with their faces.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
people that you would never think would like, and then all of a sudden they just turn on you and beat you to death, or like.
Yeah, like Toots doing that to me right now.
I would not do that to you. I
I do not know you.
would do it to your face.
I just think there's a lot of. I just think there's a lot
I
of.
wouldn't.
I just think there's a lot of potential in that franchise that's like drastically underutilized. Like, and anyway, from what we've read so far, The Purge 4 is going to be written by James DeMonaco, but for the first time he gave it to another director. And it's going to be a prequel, and it's going to be about the events leading up to the very first Purge, which I think could be really interesting. Like, because I don't know how much they're going to be able to focus on like political undertones or making a political statement. You know what I mean?
It would be kind of funny, and sad, I guess, to a certain extent, where it's really just like footage of Congress just trying to pass the law for the purge, and it's just their proceedings and just hearings, and that's pretty much it.
How boring.
It's just C-SPAN talking about the purge.
They're like,
Well, I mean, but the whole thing with the
all in
purge
agreement?
is like,
Say aye. Aye.
in order for the purge to have even been enacted, like the new founding fathers have taken over the government already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they're not gonna go too much into like the
Detail.
like the political lobbying or whatever to get the purge like implemented.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, it's just it's gonna be interesting to see like the very first purge, like how people reacted to the very first one. Like, I know there's gonna be some like there's bound to be like characters that are like, oh, this is all BS. Like, I'm gonna go to Stripes to fill up real quick, and then they just get like hacked into, or something like that.
Like in the first movie, how many years has the purge been in existence?
Well, they keep that vague.
Oh, okay.
It's already been for a while. Because I know
like how much would you say, like 5, 10 years?
Yeah, like something like that.
That's
because
so
the dumbass son that makes all the mistakes that like
the dumbass son.
I'm sorry, the dumbass son in the movie that makes a bunch of mistakes that end up getting his father killed, and no one ever like gets mad once at this kid and be like, hey, idiot, like if it wasn't for your dumbass moves, like we wouldn't be in this situation.
They should just kicked him out and left him outside. Like,
well, he actually mentions like, oh, he casually mentions like around the dinner table, oh, I'm doing a history project in my history class on the history of tonight of the purge. So obviously it's already been a while since it's been implemented.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a really interesting concept. That's why I always like the movies. But like the third one in particular, there was like some really horrific, over the top acting. And it just like I don't want to get too much into it because we're talking about part 4.
Yeah.
Well, I hadn't seen any of them, so I mean, I don't know what else I can say.
Did you ever mention that idea that you told us about the purge, like with Predator, like if you were to?
Yeah. That's my little.
They not the crowd.
No, I mentioned it when we did the Would You Rather.
Yeah.
That's Damien's idea of a complete gimmick, dumbass summer horror action movie. Like, if there's a purge night where a predator shows up, and like like Predator shows up like in a big ass city like New York or Los Angeles.
Jesus.
Like, because
like Predator 2, like pretty much
Japan,
like Predator 2.
Yeah. Well, because the whole thing is like, I know I've mentioned it before, but I'm like, predators only attack armed people for the sport.
Yeah.
And every single fucking person that's out on purge night is going to be armed.
Yeah.
So it would be like a playground for a predator.
Everybody has arms.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like it would be.
So it would be like why, like, of course a predator would want to show up that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like every hour, I think they should release like Predator and then Jason and then Michael Myers. That'd be awesome.
Now, are we talking sequel? Like, to my franchise?
Freddy Krueger would be kind of difficult. It would have to be asleep for him then.
Well, maybe the whole thing at the very end.
But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm recognizing that that's a totally lame like gimmick movie. But I think there's potential there for a movie that doesn't take itself serious, like Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, like
something like that. You know, like.
Because like in Predator 2, it takes place in L.A. in the future of 1997, and
that was the future back then.
Yeah, that was the future back then. It was 1997.
Well, anyway, so if any Harvey Weinstein jagoff in Hollywood tries to make that movie, I want to get paid because this is gonna get posted tonight, and it's my idea. So, like, if anyone tries to steal my idea, like, I'm saying it right now, and I said it last week too, or whenever we recorded the last one.
If anybody's watching.
Yeah. If there's anyone watching us. Like, the Purge, Predator, like,
it doesn't even have to be Predator, Damien. We can just make our own fucking movie.
No, like
outside in the backyard.
No,
like just do the like
the Purge Predator crossover movie is my idea. So
yeah, but like I was saying, like Predator 2, it's in LA in the future, 1997, and pretty much Predator just attacks like the gang members and
The bad.
you know, like yeah, pretty like he'll attack anybody. He's killed innocent people in the well,
he doesn't know any
somewhat
better
innocent people like in the subway because
he doesn't know any better.
yeah, he's just out there hunting, and most of the people in the subway had guns for some reason because it was 1997.
And it was
You gotta protect yourself in those days.
Yeah.
Y2K's coming
So-
out, son.
So I can imagine something at that scope, but at a grander scale with the purge idea, like you said, because like everyone's gonna be armed, you know. So
They're
what was I
gonna.
going with?
But eventually, I
what's
think
the-
eventually they would kill him because I mean they'll catch on to him, no?
Oh no, Predator could probably hold his own unless you're
No,
Danny
I know
Glover
for a
or
while, but
Schwarzenegger.
eventually they'll hire like,
Well, but
hey,
see,
let's get
that's
Commando
the-
over here.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's
You know
where
what I
you
mean?
start.
And then
That's
part
where you
three,
start
part
getting the
4.
script rolling, baby.
Yeah.
Like, you start
And
writing.
then you
it
start
down.
having those checks in the mail, like, shh, we don't have to work anymore.
Yeah,
guys.
they'll get Danny
then-
Glover or Schwarzenegger. They'll come back and then
Yeah, Samuel Jackson will get eaten by him.
yeah.
Be like, no.
The new founding fathers are gonna get a hold of Dutch to like you faced this thing before, like. It's like
And
no,
then-
well, I mean the other interesting aspect of it is like on Purge Night there's still rules. Like you can only use like somewhat like level 4 assault weapons or anything above that is illegal, and like politicians ranking somewhat rank and above are immune to the purge or like exempt from the purge. But a predator's not going to follow any of those
But,
rules.
yeah,
you
I
know?
was
Yeah,
about
that-
to say that.
yeah, that would be interesting, like Predator at Capitol Hill and stuff like that.
But you know what I mean? Like a predator's not going to follow any of those rules. So.
Yeah.
Well, he has no rules.
Yeah.
Or she has no rules.
But anyway, we were originally talking about
Yeah.
Purge 4.
Yeah.
That's an interesting. Now I'm thinking maybe we should write the script.
We should,
for
yeah,
that.
we should write like an outline,
Or a short story at least.
we should write a treatment and see.
You
A
know?
graphic novel.
Like, yeah.
It's like Ash versus the. What is the novel? Like the graphic novels?
Ash versus the world.
No, but isn't there one like Ash versus Marvel Zombies or something?
I
Um,
don't know.
We can write our own
Pride and
Predator
like
versus
Pride and Prejudice and
Predator
zombies.
versus the Purge armies. Predator versus every Purge gang in New York City.
Yeah, but I mean, we'll be willing to write the treatment, you know, as long as the same people that wrote Predators 1 and 2 and
The treatment.
I guess yeah, like the outline, like the
Treatment,
like a rough draft.
when you get treated in the hospital.
It's like a shortened version of the script. Never mind.
Well, I don't come from Planet Z. So.
Well, the Purge 4, I know it stars. I know that girl from the Belko experiments coming out,
mhm.
and the one from Dexter and Oz. I don't know their names.
Neither do I.
But they have very recognizable faces. Like, yeah. So that's all we know about the Purge 4 right now. Which I'm personally a fan of the Purge franchise. Like, even though when I watch them, like I'm always like, you know, James Monaco could have done this and that. Like, there's so many possibilities with that concept as a horror franchise that I think is, like I said before, like I'll reiterate, like the concept is really underutilized. So
Yeah, but like I said, like it'll be cool if we wrote like the outline for it, and then as long as the same writers from from the original two
If
Predator
I-
movies,
if I knew how to write a script,
And
which I
John-
don't, like
we'll just work on
You can
it,
YouTube it.
and
I'll
then
have
John
to-
McTiernan will direct it and all.
I'm gonna have to sell my.
Yeah, you have your brother that can help us with the editing.
Yeah, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
we'll,
as long-
we'll make it happen.
As long as it's the same like people from
Three
the
dudes
first
of-
two at least.
Imagine 3 Dudes of Horror Productions.
Yeah.
That sounds so sweet when you say it like that.
Yeah.
3 Dudes of Horror Production
Yeah.
presents the Purge Predator.
Predator versus the
Crossover.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Predator
Predator
the world,
Predator
yeah.
versus the Purge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So those were at least some of the upcoming trailers for 2018.
I'm sure there'll be more.
Yeah, in terms of horror movies. Well, the New Mutants is kind of, you know, action, sci-fi, maybe horror. It looks like a horror movie. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the majority of these. Purge 4, I still need to see the other. I still need to see part 1 in its entirety and the other 2 movies. And then I'll watch Purge 4. But, so pretty much, like I said, that's pretty much the list. We'll be back next week with, what do you want to do? It comes out?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We'll
just be back next week.
Christmas horror? I don't know. We'll think of something.
We'll brainstorm.
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Krampus.
Krampus, yeah.
Krampus or Krampus? How do you say it?
Krampus.
I don't know.
Krampus?
Krampus. It's Santa Claus.
Krampus.
It's Santa Claus's evil twin from Germany.
Yeah, that motherfucker's crazy.
Like I don't know. Like, forget about his name.
Let's not forget Goldberg and Santa's Sleigh.
Yeah.
And maybe.
Thank you, Toots.
And maybe Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah.
Because you have the Blu-ray.
Or Night of the Ginger.
Yeah, I have
the Ginger Dead Man. That one's good.
Yeah. I don't think that's.
I
Christmas,
do know. I do want to do a
Gingerbread.
review of Krampus, so like
Yeah.
that movie's. It's hard for me to stay awake.
Here's
through
my
it.
review right now.
No, I'm not.
I haven't seen it.
That's what I think about Krampus.
It's. I don't think it's a terrible movie.
I
Like, but
haven't
it's
seen
just.
I still need to see it.
It's just very like it's a snowed-in movie. Everybody's always bundled up, so it's hard for me to stay awake when I watch the movie.
Oh, bundled.
But anyway, yeah,
Bundles up.
that's our podcast this week.
Yeah, guys.
We just
Yeah.
wanted to
Subscribe. We really need the likes, and we need your support, man. Just do
and
it.
throw us comments.
Listen
like,
to Worm Boy, yeah.
No, I mean, like, for real, I mean, seriously, like, if there's anybody out there that knows something about these movies that we talked about that we didn't know, like, throw us some comments and let's get the ball rolling.
Yeah, even if you want to troll, do it, man. We welcome trolls too, motherfuckers.
Just if you're trolling, just be nice, okay?
I don't care.
That's an oxymoron.
That's an oxymoron.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
All right, I'm Ruben.
Be nice about
Worm
trolling.
Boy, Toots, and
Yeah, I'm
Damien.
Toots.
We're out.
Damien.
All right, see ya.
Peace from the Middle East.